The problem here is that on the single meetup page, we do specify which meetup pages should be pre-generated, and we only set this at build time and never thereafter. And since we set fallback to false, we also ensure that any requests to meetups for which no page was pre-generated before will fail. Now that worked as long as we didn't add a new meetup, and it worked during development because there the getStaticPaths function ran for every incoming request, but it now fails after deployment. Now fixing it is quite simple though, thankfully. We can set fallback to true, or even better, to blocking. When you set fallback to true or to blocking, you're telling Next.js that the list of paths which you're specifying here might not be exhaustive. There might be more valid pages. And therefore, when fallback is set to true or to blocking, Next.js will not respond with a 404 page if it can't find the page immediately. Instead, with fallback set to true or blocking, it will then generate that page on demand and thereafter cache it, so it will pre-generate it when needed. Now the difference between true and blocking then is that with true, it would immediately return an empty page and then pull down the dynamically generated content once that's done. So you need to handle that case that the page does not have the data yet. With blocking, the user will not see anything until the page was pre-generated and the finished page will be served. And that's the approach I will use here, since it doesn't require any other extra work from our side. So if we change fallback to blocking, we'll not face this problem anymore. Now we just need to redeploy this, and for this all we have to do is create a new code snapshot with git add, and then with git commit, where we say fixed fallback or something like this, and then simply push our branch again, push our repository back onto GitHub. And the great thing is that Next.js will actually watch this main branch to which we pushed, and whenever it detects a change there, it will automatically start building and redeploying. As you can see here, it's building already again. So that's very convenient. If you want to update your page and redeploy, all you have to do is create a new commit and push it to your connected GitHub repository. And that will then automatically trigger a redeployment. And whilst it's redeploying, your old page will stay up and running, but once it's done, the new page will take over. And hence now, this meetup exists here. And if we add another meetup here with this image and our test address and some test text, if we do this, now our change should also be in effect. And if we now reload the starting page a couple of times to revalidate it, if we now visit this meetup, it's created on the fly, and this also works. And that is also something which I wanted to show you, especially combined with that redeployment feature, which is also something you should know. Now there is of course more you can do. You can connect a custom domain here, and you can also configure more in your project. There are more features which you can add as well, but I mentioned this before already. There are simply more things which you could add. This tutorial, however, had the goal of giving you an overview of the most important features, and therefore we're now finished with that.